we get in samples every day on the trucks, and this morning the Sentinel samples came in. They're on pink sheets, and we line them up, 4 samples at a time on each side. And we double check that the FS number and everything's on the paperwork, and that hopefully they filled out their address. It's very important that they have an address and a name if they want to get a report in the mail. If it doesn't have a name or an address, we can't do anything with it and we don't run it. However, because we got the FS number, we will run this run.
So once these get logged in and get a label, the first kind of step of the process is we have to preserve them. So we're going to add some nitric acid to these samples. So if you think of it like filling a glass with salt or sugar at home, you know, when you put the sugar or the salt in the glass, you can see it kind of sink to the bottom. If you mix it up, you slowly start to see that dissolve. So if you kind of think of the lead and copper as the sugar or the salt, we want to try and get that completely dissolved.
Once the sample comes in, the sample has to be preserved, and then it has to sit for 16 hours. Once that time has elapsed, then we go into the second part of the process where we check the turbidity and the pH. The pH is, of course, the acid content. Marking these to indicate that the one, they've been preserved, and 2, the turbidity and pH check out okay.
This is a ICP-MS, and what it's actually doing is taking our liquid samples, vaporizing it, and that breaks that vapor into its smallest components, its ions, but then goes through a mass spectrometer which detects the amount of lead at a certain mass. So it's atomic mass. Once the analysis run is complete, then we send it to our printer, and then here we print our the data that we receive, review it one by one, and then once we review it, we enter it into our software that we enter all our results, data results and everything, and from there it gets reviewed and validated, and off it goes.
When everything is entered, validated, and after it's been run, we bring carts of samples into this room to box them up and get them ready to go to storage. Each box holds approximately 60 bottles